Hello, everyone. Welcome back, and thank you for being with me today on my channel, Tantra and Tarot with Kelly. I'm your guide, Kelly, and today we will be discussing the full moon in Pisces. This full moon is conjunct Neptune and opposing the sun at 28 degrees of Virgo and is exact today at 5:53 p.m. Mountain Time. Peaceful and intuitive with an emphasis on healing and happiness. This Pisces full moon is at the end of the zodiac cycle, so it is a great time for personal reflection. By illuminating our intuition and spiritual life and following the clues from the universe, we can expect miracles if we have faith in the process. Trust your intuition so you can feel at peace. If feeling whole and healed is the goal, be patient, rest, and surrender to the daily goals that you created during the new moon in Virgo a few weeks ago. With Mercury in its pre-shadow phase, there is a slowing down and more information coming. So themes during this time will recycle again in the next few weeks and give us a time for review. For today's reading, I will be using the New Mythic Tarot by Burke and Green. Please stay tuned. So let's do a reading and see what the cards have to tell us about the full moon in Pisces. I love this deck. This was the first tarot deck I got. This is the New Mythic Tarot. We're going to shuffle it up and then see what we get here. Some of the Pisces cards that may show up are the Hanged Man or the High Priestess, also the Moon card. I also have my Animal Spirit deck, so I will be pulling one card from that as well. Give it a couple more shuffles, and then I'll cut the deck and see what we have. One more time. All right, I'm going to cut the deck. The bottom of the deck when I cut, we have the Hierophant. We'll see if that comes back into play. I'll take a main energy, a past, a present, and a future card. The main energy I have for this reading is the Death card. The past energy is the Ten of Swords. The present energy is the Justice card. And the future energy is the Four of Wands. At the bottom of the deck, I have the Three of Swords. How do I see this relating to the full moon in Pisces? Well, with the Death card, this definitely represents something ending, a way of being, a way of living that is no longer going to be continuing at this point. When we make changes, it's important to realize that we do have to mourn the past somewhat when we do make a major change in our lives. Letting stuff go is going to be very important, and not holding on to the way you want things to be, because that's just not how life works out. With the past energy being the Ten of Swords, this says to me that you're just sick and tired of being hurt in the same fashion over and over and over again. That there's no more swords, there's no more pain that you're going to endure for whatever situation that you're in, albeit a job or a relationship or some kind of lifestyle that you just can't be a part of anymore, because it causes too much pain and too much strife and grief. And so we have to die to that. We have to say there's no way I'm going to go back to the way things were before. Unfortunately, when we do things like that, there is heartache, there's pain. There can be more than one person in pain due to a breakup or a situation that didn't work in the way that you wanted it to. This card also represents healing, and it's a big time for healing right now with this moon. So we have the Justice card in the center. The Justice card, like the Death card, is also a major arcana. This to me represents bringing a lot of balance into your life. We are moving into Libra season soon, and there are several planets that are already in Libra. This is the Libra card. So what does that say to me? Well, to be more like the Libran, we have to find a balance between either side of ourselves, the light and the dark, and bring ourselves justice, fairness to what it is that we've been through. If this in the past seemed unfair, then what's coming in the future has to be fair, because you just can't go back to that imbalance that was there before. This could also represent court cases or contracts as they relate to multiple people. And so there could be some resolution if you have things of that nature in your life at this time. The future energy being the Four of Wands, that says that there will be a celebration, a coming together, and a feeling good about where you've been, where you're going. A foundation that can be started is always a good thing, and a new foundation for yourself based on what we aren't going to do, what's fair, and then what we have no choice but to change or let go of. And that is reality. And when we look at reality, we say, okay, well, I can stay in this misery, or I can make the change and move forward into a happier time for myself. Let's see what kind of animal wants to come out and give us its message as well. May just have one pop out here. We'll see. Oh, let's use that one. Wow. We have the raccoon card. The raccoon is shadowy and likes its hiding places and its dark elements at night. However, the raccoon is also very creative, and this works well with the Pisces and Neptune energy, because this is a very creative energy. So if you're going through this change and you need an outlet for all of this heavier energy that you're releasing, art is always a great way to do that, whether it be writing or getting out the sketchbook and drawing a picture, relaxing and releasing your thoughts into something artistic. Spending time alone to do this is likely going to be the best way to appreciate the healing opportunities that you can have through some art therapy. And that's what I suggest at this time. I hope you all have a lovely full moon. Stay tuned for the yoga and meditation. Thank you. For our meditation today, we will be practicing body awareness. This practice is intended to develop your ability to visualize the different parts of the body as well as the process of awareness. Try to be a witness as much as possible during the practice. Please meet me in Swadisthana, corpse pose. Lie on your back on your mat. Roll your feet out and rest your arms on the mat with palms facing up. Relax your entire body. Close your eyes and breathe through your nose. Come into your body and clear your mind of any thoughts or distractions. Breathe gently and evenly. Release any tension. If your attention wanders from this practice, just be aware of it, as this is natural, and come back to the practice if that happens. Now, become aware of your body. Try to mentally create a picture of your body and be a witness to it. Try to become aware of the sense perceptions. For a short time, Try to observe as many sensations as you can throughout your entire body. Now, become aware of the sensations in the right foot. This may be difficult at first. Is your foot cold, warm, or tight? How does it feel? Then, slowly move your awareness to the calf and thigh, becoming aware of the skin sensations. Feel that they are affecting your body, not your perception. Try to feel these sensations in the body and nowhere else. Now, repeat the same thing with the left leg, starting with the foot. Slowly move your awareness to the calf and thigh. How do they feel? Then, be aware of the fingertips of the right hand. Create a mental picture at the same time and feel the sensations. Again, feel whether they are hot or cold, or however they feel. Slowly move your awareness along the palm, the wrist, the forearm, the upper arm to the shoulders. All the time, being aware of the mental picture and feelings. Now repeat this and do the same thing with the left arm. Be aware of the feelings. Now feel the sensations of your cheeks. This is a very sensitive part of the body and should be easy for most people to feel its sensations. Try to create a mental picture. How do your cheeks feel? Warm, sensitive, or cold? Be aware for a minute or so. Then repeat the same thing with the lips. Are they dry or moist? Then become aware of the tongue. Feel the saliva in which it bathes. Or does it feel dry? Be aware of your ears. What sounds do you hear? Be aware of the sounds entering the ears and feel that they are not affecting your being. You are only watching them. Be aware of the eyes. Roll the eyes, keeping the eyelids closed, and feel any sensations that occur. See the different patterns that occur in the front of your closed eyes. Be a witness. This should be much easier. Now, be aware of the framework of the body. Create a mental picture of your skeletal structure. Feel that your whole body is supported and held in shape by your bones. Be aware and feel the rigidity of the bone connecting the knee to the foot of the right leg. Create a mental image and feel it. Then be aware of the thigh bone. Do this for 1 minute. Then repeat the same process on the left leg. Then be aware of the bone that gives structure to the right arm. See it as something separate from yourself. Be aware of the bone that holds the right bicep firmly in place. Now repeat the same thing with the left arm. Then feel and see a mental picture of the box-like structure of the chest, closed off at the top by the shoulders. Be aware of the whole spinal column, from top to bottom. Start from the base and slowly try to be aware of the different parts as you progressively move your awareness towards the top of the spine. This is a little difficult, but with practice, you will clearly feel and mentally see the spine. Do this for a minute or so, if necessary, moving your awareness up and down a number of times. Try to feel the whole body again. If possible, see a mental image of your body. Be aware of as many body processes as you can. Now feel the contact points of the body with the floor. Do this for a minute or so. Now, slowly start to move your body. Wiggle your fingers and toes. Imagine the room around you with your eyes closed. Slowly and gently open your eyes. This is the end of the practice. To begin our asana practice, we will meet in Balasana, child's pose. For this practice, you may want a pillow or block to use as support. Open your knees wide, bring your big toes to touch, and bend your knees. Bring your hips towards your heels. Send your tailbone back and lengthen your spine. Reach your arms forward on the mat and spread your fingers wide. Rest your forehead on the mat. Begin to breathe in and out of your nose, using Ujjayi breath, constricting the back of the throat, so your breath sounds like an ocean wave. For today's practice, we are going to focus on the Swadisthana chakra or sacral chakra. The sacral chakra is located 3 inches below the belly button, directly in front of the coccyx. Try to feel the pulse in this area. This energy center is connected with seeking pleasurable sensations such as food, sex, and wine, and is represented by the color orange. The meaning of Swadhisthana is one's own abode, from which most people express themselves in the world. In Tantra Yoga, we use Mula Bandha, which is a slight contraction of the root chakra, like you are gently engaging your low abdominals. We will keep Mula Bandha throughout the practice. We will also hold the breath after inhaling as we move into the next posture. This is called Kumbhaka. Now, come up into tabletop or all fours. Stack your shoulders over your wrists. Stack your hips over your knees. Keep a long spine and gaze to the mat. Breathe in and breathe out. Inhale and create a cat with your spine, pulling your abdominal muscles in and rounding the back. Then drop the belly and arch the lower spine for cow. Exhale. Inhale, round the spine like a cat. Then release the belly and contract the lower spine for cow. Exhale. Find some organic movements here between cat and cow, warming up the spine. Inhale and tuck the toes. Straighten through the arms and come into reverse chair. Press through your index finger and thumb. Exhale. Inhale and slowly and gently straighten your legs for Adho Mukha Savasana, downward facing dog. Exhale. Engage your abdominals and pull your front ribs in. Slowly and gently lift one heel and then the other, breathing and warming up the backs of the legs. Inhale and look to the palms. Roll your spine forward into Plankasana, high plank. Then hold the breath and bend the knees, pressing into the palms for reverse chair. Exhale. Inhale, straighten the legs for downward dog. Exhale. Inhale and look to the palms. Roll your spine forward into Plakasana, high plank. Hold the breath, Kumbhaka. Bend your knees and press into reverse chair. Exhale. Try this a few more times on your own, flowing with the breath. When you have completed, release into Balasana, child's pose. Breathe here. Inhale and come through all fours into a seated position with your legs wide. Sit up tall and exhale. Option to place a rolled blanket under your right knee. Bend the left knee and pull the heel in. Place your hands on either side of the right knee and start to bow over the leg and make some organic movements. Circling to the right and using Ujjayi breath. Gently open up the hamstring, lower back and hip. Create the circles to the opposite side. Inhale, then surrender over the right leg. Exhale. Relax here for 30 seconds. Inhale and gently press back up. Remove the prop if using. Open up the left leg, then bend the right knee and pull the heel in. Set up the left leg as you did the right. Start by making organic movements, circling to the right using Ujjayi breath. Gently open up the hamstring, lower back and hip. Then create the circles to the opposite side. Inhale, then surrender over the left leg. Exhale. Relax here for 30 seconds. Inhale and press back up into a seated position. Bring both legs together. Exhale. Sit up tall. Inhale and cross the right leg over the left. Exhale. Inhale and bring your arms up, placing the right arm behind you and bend the left elbow. Gently twist to the right, placing your left elbow on the outside of the right knee. For Marichyasana 3. Exhale. Inhale and sit up tall. Then exhale and deepen the twist. Breathe here for a few rounds. Now, release the left arm and right leg. Straighten both legs. Sit up tall. Inhale and come into the posture on the left side. Cross your left leg over the right. Exhale. Inhale and lift your arms up, placing the left arm behind you and bend the right elbow. Gently twist to the left and place your right elbow on the outside of the left knee. Inhale and lift the crown of your head. Exhale and twist a little deeper. Breathe here for a few rounds. Now release and shake out the legs. Inhale, bend your knees and press up into Malasana, low squat. You may use a block under your bottom as needed to support this posture. Bring your hips low and put your feet out slightly, a little further than hip distance. Bring your heels to the mat. Use your elbows to press against the inside of your knees, with hands in prayer position. Exhale and inhale. Pull your belly into your spine and breathe here for several rounds. Inhale and release your right palm to the mat, then lift the left arm for a gentle twist. Exhale. Breathe in and breathe out. And release. Inhale and bring your left palm to the mat and lift the right arm for a gentle twist on the opposite side. Breathe. And release both palms to the mat. Then inhale and press back into Adho Mukha Savasana, downward facing dog. Exhale. Inhale and lift your right leg off the mat and square the hips. Flex your foot and press to the back wall. Then bend your knee, bring it into the chest, and place your foot on the mat between your hands. Low lunge. Exhale. Stack your front knee over your ankle. Inhale. Then rotate your left heel to the mat and bring your torso up. Tee out the arms, opening your hips to the left for Virabhadrasana 2. Warrior 2. Exhale. Draw your tailbone down and lift your chest up. Pull your belly into your spine. Stack your right knee over your ankle and press through the outer edge of your left foot. Reach your arms in opposite directions and gaze over your right hand. Breathe here. On an inhale, lift your arms to the sky and straighten your right leg. Then exhale into goddess pose. Bring your elbows to the torso and open your palms to the sky. Bend both knees and use the strength in your quads to balance in this posture. Breathe. On an inhale, straighten your legs, then cartwheel your arms to the front, placing your hands on the mat for low lunge. Exhale. Inhale and step your right leg back to meet the left for downward facing dog. Exhale. Now inhale and lift your left leg off the mat and square your hips. Flex your foot and press to the back wall. Then bend your knee, bring it into the chest, and place your foot on the mat between your hands. Low lunge. Exhale. Stack your front knee over your ankle. Inhale. Rotate your left heel to the mat and bring the torso up. Tee out the arms, opening your hips to the right for Virabhadrasana 2. Warrior 2. Exhale. Draw your tailbone down and lift your chest up. Pull your belly into your spine. Stack your left knee over your ankle and press through the outer edge of your right foot. Reach your arms in opposite directions and gaze over your left hand. On an inhale, lift your arms to the sky and straighten your left leg. Then exhale into goddess pose. Bring your elbows to the torso and open your palms up to receive. Use the strength in your quads to balance and breathe here. On an inhale, straighten your legs. Then cartwheel your arms to the front, placing your hands on the mat for low lunge. Exhale. Inhale and step your left leg back to meet the right. Downward facing dog. Exhale. Inhale and look to the palms at the front of the mat. Take tiny baby steps all the way to have your feet meet your hands. Exhale. Relax and surrender here in Uttanasana, forward fold. Option to cross your arms and gently sway back and forth with knees slightly bent. Inhale, then bend your knees and place your arms around your knees for Bija pose, hugging your legs into the chest and balancing on the balls of your feet. Exhale. Now, inhale, place your hands on the mat and slowly roll all the way onto your back. Exhale. Inhale, lift your legs to a 90-degree angle, preparing for Salambhasana Sarvangasana. Supported candle pose. Lift your hips off the floor, rolling onto your shoulders. Keep the neck straight, gazing at the ceiling. Bend your elbows and use your hands to prop up your hips, keeping your legs straight, toes pointed to the ceiling, like a candle. Breathe here. Then slowly release the posture and roll back onto your back, one vertebrae at a time. Inhale, bend your knees and bring your feet to the mat. Find your block. Lift your hips and place the block on the second level underneath your sacrum for supported bridge pose, Sarubandha Sarvangasana. Exhale. Press through your feet. Keep your arms straight on the mat, palms facing down. Press the back of the head to the mat and gaze up. Inhale and exhale here for about 30 seconds. Now, remove the block and lower your hips to the mat. Inhale and come up into a seated position. Extend your legs with a slight bend in your knees. Flex your feet. Draw your belly into your spine. Sit tall, then hinge forward at your hips. Draw your tailbone back. Lift your chest and lengthen your spine. Reach your hands towards your feet and begin to straighten your legs for Paschimottanasana, seated forward fold. Exhale. Lengthen the back of your neck. Draw your shoulder blades down and take 3 to 4 rounds of breath here. And release. Roll down slowly onto your back. Open your knees wide so your legs are in a diamond position. Bring the soles of your feet together and lengthen the spine to release the abdominals. Draw your shoulder blades down and rest your arms on the mat with palms facing up for Supta Baddha Konasana, reclined bound angle pose. Release the muscles of your face and option to close the eyes. Breathe here for about 1 minute. Now, gently bring your knees together. Then, place your feet wide on the mat for a counter posture, TP pose. Relax and breathe. Release the posture. Extend your legs long. Roll your feet out and rest your arms on the mat with palms facing up for Savasana. Relax your entire body. Imagine the color orange as you close your eyes and return to your natural breath. Clear your mind and allow this time for your body to incorporate the practice. I will guide you out of the posture in 2 minutes. Now, slowly begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Gently roll onto one side into a fetus position, resting your head on your arm. Using your arms, press up into Sukhasana. Cross your legs and bring your hands to heart center in prayer position. Thank you very much for practicing with me today. We will do 3 ohms to end practice. Om. Bring your hands to the third eye and bow forward. The light within me sees the light within each of you. Namaste. Please subscribe to my channel for more Tantra and Tarot. Have a blessed and beautiful day.